Howdy folks, AJ coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer. And it's Beer 30. Today's selection. It's by it's not really a microbrew. It's actually a macro brew. Blue Moon Valencia Grove Amber. And this is, it's a mass-produced. They try to pass them off as a craft brewery, but it's actually a mass-produced. It's probably Anheuser-Busch. Let's see here. Brewed by Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Well, you know who's in Golden, Colorado is Coors. So I don't know for a fact, but actually I'm going to check right now. Hang on. Yep, just checked it out. Thanks to good old Wikipedia. And the Blue Moon Brewery is actually owned by Miller Coors. And the Golden, Colorado thing kind of gave it away for me. But for a mass-produced beer, it's not bad. It's pretty good. It's beer, It's kind of like pizza, Even when it's bad, it's still pizza. Just beer, Even when it's bad, it's still beer. So anyway, been a little bit since we did one of these. So got some things I wanted to catch up on here. Just kind of shoot the bull with you. And number one, it's officially football season again, even though it's preseason. We had the Hall of Fame game, which was great to watch because it was pro football again. Even though it's preseason, it was still fun to watch. So looking forward to the rest of preseason. Can't wait for the regular season to get here, and I'll be talking fantasy football. So if any of you are into fantasy football, we can talk about it here on my channel. So next thing, went to see the movie Hercules. Now, if you it got a lot of bad press, bad reviews, and so forth. And I think that if you're going into it thinking that it's going to be some kind of Academy Award-winning thing, it's not. But if you go into it thinking it is a good old-fashioned fantasy action flick, you're gonna love it. And that's exactly what it is. You grab some popcorn, you go in, and it's a lot of fun to watch. So next thing. Oh, and by the way, on the Hercules thing, for any of my viewers out there or friends out there that are good old fashioned D&D players, Dungeons and Dragons, any kind of role playing games, in this movie, and I'm not giving anything away. I'm not giving any spoilers or anything away. But of course, the main character is Hercules, but he does have a party of adventurers with him, and I won't go any further into it, but it's just like your standard adventuring party in a role-playing game or whatever. And from that aspect, I found that just a blast to watch. So, moving on. Every other week, I belong to a Pathfinder role-playing game, a good old-fashioned paper and pencil role-playing game. And I go to South Jordan, Utah, is where we play. And it just so happened that there is an artist that I happen to know that we've actually kind of become friends over time, and because I've seen him a few times at our conventions that we have here, Comic-Con and FantasyCon and so forth. And I've bought some of his artwork. I've even traded with him because I did the security for Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 2, and I had some T-shirts, some opening day T-shirts. I actually owned 3 of them, so I had no problem trading one to him for some artwork, which we did. And so he had put on his Facebook page that he had some limited edition prints that he was putting up for sale, a very limited number of them. And if you wanted one, it was $25 or whatever. And so I happened to just send him a message and said, hey, I'd like to get one of those. He had 2 different ones that he was selling. Said I'd like one of the ones with the shark on there. And he said, well, yeah, sure, no problem. And I found out that he was in South Jordan, and so I was able to go pick it up the same day as my regular game that I go to. So I thought I'd show it to you guys, because in my opinion, this is spectacular. That is a beautiful piece of artwork. I wish I could. We can try to get it without the shine on the glare and everything. But that's actually the Little Mermaid, Ariel from the Little Mermaid, with her shark protector, and that is a badass looking shark. So anyway, yeah. So this is number 7 out of 10. It is definitely limited edition, and signed and numbered by the artist. I'm going to be getting that framed. I don't know where it's going to go yet, but I'll figure something out. The artist's name is Tyler Lampf, and I will put a link down below if you are interested. I'll put a link to his website. All different kinds of artwork that he does. It's all very unique, and I like most of it. I mean, I think he's a really talented guy. So if you want to check him out, feel free to do so. Next thing, speaking of that Pathfinder game, I took just a couple of shots, a couple pictures, and one in particular I found was amusing, because we were just sitting there while we're, listening to the DM and everything, and we were playing around with some of the miniatures and stuff, and so I decided to take this one photo here, and I thought you might get a kick out of it. So, damn it, I told you not to feed the ogre beans. Just something gamers do, when they get together and there's a bunch of miniatures laying around. So, anyway, hopefully you'll enjoy that. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about was Salt Lake City Comic-Con. Now, my last Beer 30 video, I talked about the rift between San Diego Comic-Con and our Salt Lake City Comic-Con. And if you want to, you can go check that video out and get some more information about that. But since I made that, I was successful in acquiring my press pass for our upcoming Comic-Con. So I am not sure yet what that's going to do for me. I'd already bought tickets. I have my buddy and my photographer, he's actually a photographer, is coming from Los Angeles to go to the con with me. So he'll be doing all the photography and everything. So I should be able to get quite a bit of good video, some good photos, hopefully do some interviews and whatnot to share with you guys. So that is upcoming, and that's just the beginning, and that's just about a month away. So there's, I'll put a link below for Salt Lake Comic-Con if you want to go check it out and see all the guests that are coming. But there's a whole shitload of them coming, and there's more that they have yet to announce. So other than that, I hope you guys are enjoying your beverage of choice. Nothing like a cold beer after a long day of work. So, and then get to chat with you guys a little bit. So, I think for this episode of Beer 30, I think that's going to do it. We'll catch you guys on the flip side.